Hi guys, and welcome back for another music tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So today I'm going to play Bright Young Things on the Grade 5 sax syllabus for ABRSM. Now this is a super piece. I think it promotes really good sort of quick reading skills and accurate rhythmic detail. I can't tell you how many pupils I've played this with over the years. I've done it with countless pupils. I always thought it was one of the trickier pieces of the Grade 5 syllabus. But looking at the new syllabus, it's actually just one of the many quite tricky pieces that are on there now. But stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to make this piece sound really awesome. Here we go. So I'm going to play this through for you, and then I'm going to give you a quick tutorial, like a mini lesson on some of the detail in the music, and give you some advice on how I think best to really bring out the detail in this piece. Then I'm also going to do a play along section. I'm going to take a few extracts from the music and play it along with the metronome. So I would invite you to get your saxophone out, put a reed on there, and join me and play along with some of those bits as well. And then lastly, I'm going to replay the performance again and turn down the saxophone part so you can hear the piano really clearly. And again, get your saxophone out and try and play along with that piano part. Hopefully that'll give you all the help you need for great success with this piece. Here we go. Okay, so you've heard the music now, let's have a look at some of those dots. So my advice would be, if you're in the early stages of playing this piece, perhaps practice that opening entry without the grace notes, just so you can really feel how that top C fits in between the beats. So you'll be playing ba ba da ba da ba bam, ba ba da. I think that's just a really important basic to get right there. Now, I'll never forget, I played this with a pupil a few years ago, and I'll never forget it. I played through with the piano with him, and we must have done it, I think, about 20 or 30 times, just trying to get these opening fused bars right. And a few pupils did this actually. A few pupils played da 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 da, and they just found it hard to get that rhythm exactly right. So it's da 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 da. So as I say, practice that loads of times with the piano and practice it without the grace notes till you really get that in the right place. Now there are a few bars in here that I think the phrasing detail just needs slightly tweaking. So this opening phrase where you've got it's actually marked on the music to play. I think the tonguing gets a bit too fussy, and also that next bit. I think as you speed that up, it just sounds too fussy, so I'll just slur that personally. I think if you're going to play it at that silly tempo that they've marked at the start of the piece, you know, at 104 to 112, if you're going to play it that fast, or something approaching that speed, I think some of that phrasing detail will have to be sacrificed, dare I say it. Practice these chromatic passages with care. I notice that does catch a few pupils out and needs a bit more practice. So just go over that carefully. And from the key change at bar 25, just watch out for those pesky F double sharps. Now I can only think that this is something that the computer has spat out from Sibelius, because if you notice on that bar there's F double sharps, but then the next bar they've just written them as G naturals, so just watch out for that. So you've got G to G sharp and then G sharp to G again. And moving on into bar 45, now you'll notice that the melody seems kind of longer and slower here, but just recognise the fact that it hasn't actually changed tempo. You're still in the same min impulse all the way through this section, even though the notes are longer. So it's actually the same underlying pulse as. Okay, so just be careful with that. Bar 69 often needs a bit more practice from pupils, a little bit of clarity there in the articulation and phrasing. And remember, of course, when you go to that second note, it's one of those phrasing examples where you slur onto that note, but you don't actually tongue the start of that note on the second note. So you'll call what's called phrase off the note. So you'll tongue the end of the note off, but not tongue the start of the note. If you're not sure what that means, ask your teacher, of course. So if I demonstrate that in slow motion. So as I go to the second note and to the fourth note, I'm not actually tonguing the start of those notes, I'm just clipping off the note. That's that one. And then of course, just watch that repeat back to bar 15, so the dal segno, go back to the sign, not to the start of the piece. Now that does catch a few pupils out, so just make sure you don't go back to the beginning of the piece. So go back to bar 15. And then replay through that section, and then just, of course, just watch you don't miss that coda, that jump to the coda from the end of bar 38, going through to the coda at bar 87. Now this coda does challenge pupils, I would say. I don't think pupils find this bit easy. Probably the hardest bit in the piece, actually. So make these notes really short and percussive. And then you're back on your tune. And then this next bit, this does catch pupils out here. So a bit of slow practice to do there. We'll go over that section in a minute with the metronome. So in summary, I think this is a good piece for pupils to play. It is quite tricky. Now just looking at this piece in comparable to the syllabus as it stands now. Now I always thought this was one of the harder pieces for grade 5, but that was back in the day when we had You know, we had pieces like Spanish Love Song and Summer Nights from the After Hours book. You know, this was always, I thought, one of the harder pieces for grade 5. I always thought of it as like a grade 5.5 or something. But now, when you look at the syllabus now, when you compare it to pieces like the Pink Panther or Celine Mandarin, it's actually not one of the hard pieces anymore. It's just one of the other tricky pieces in that book. I think in previous years, the saxophone syllabus has been a little bit of a soft touch on some grades compared to the equivalent grade of clarinet pieces, for example. But I think they've certainly caught up with that now, and the pieces are generally quite a lot more challenging. Okay, so over now to the play along part of the video. I'm going to pick 3 sections on this piece, and I'm going to play them at a very steady tempo of 69 beats per minute, which is quite steady, but I think if you can play this really accurately at this speed, it will give you a good foundation for success on this music. Okay, so these clicks on here are going to be minim beats, not crotchet beats. So minim beats at 69 BPM, and I'm going to play from the beginning just for the first, say, 10 or 12 bars. Here we go. So I'll give you 1, 2, 1, and then we're in. And I'm purposely not going to play the grace notes at the start. I'm just going to play the basic melody. So just ba ba da ba dum bum bum. Okay, without the grace notes on purpose. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So 1, 2, 1. Okay, so that's that section. I hope that went well. And then I'm going to play this tricky little bit at bar 69. Same tempo. I'll give you 2 bars for nothing. So 1, 2, 2, 2. And finally, I'm going to play the coda at the same speed all the way through to the last note. So 2 bars for nothing. 1, 2, 2, 2. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you played that really accurately with the metronome. So over to the performance of video again. Now I'm going to play it through with the saxophone part turned down so you can hear the piano really clearly. Try and play along with the piano part yourself. See how you get on with that. I do apologise if it's a little bit quick, but hey, that's the tempo, and it is actually under tempo from the speed that they've indicated in the book. I've done it at a slightly more friendly speed. Okay guys, that's a wrap for Bright Young Things. If you did like the video and you found it useful, then please do leave some complimentary comments in that section below. Smash that like button, give me a thumbs up, and of course do check out other grade 5 sax material that I've got uploaded, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, bye.